Shabbat Shalom. Good morning, YouTube. Today we are again reading out of the Bible. I am using a translation called the Scriptures. If you don't have this translation but you want to read along, there is a link in the description to an online version. So, that being said, grab your Bible, grab your coffee, and let's read. Today we are starting in Joshua chapter 19. And the second lot came out for Shimon, for the tribe of the children of Shimon, for their clans, and their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Yehudah. And they had in their inheritance Beersheba, or Sheba, and Moladah, and Hatzar, Shual, and Balah, and Estem, and Eltolad, and Bethul, and Hormah, and Siklag, and Baeth Markaboth, and Hatzar Susa, and Baeth Lebaoth, and Sharuhin, 13 cities and their villages. Ayin, Rimmon, and Ether, and Ashan, 4 cities and their villages. And all the villages that were all around these cities as far as Baalath, Beer, Namath, Negib. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Shimon for their clans. The inheritance of the children of Shimon was out of the portion of children of Yehudah, for the portion of the children of Yehudah was too much for them. So the children of Shimon had their inheritance within their inheritance. And the third lot came up for the children of Zebulun for their clans, and the border of their inheritance was as far as Sarid. And their border went toward the sea and Marilah, and reached to Debasheth, and reached to the wadi that faced Yoknaam, and turned back from Sarid eastward toward the sunrise to the border of Kisloth Tabor, and went out towards Deberath, and went up to Yaphia. And from there it passed over eastward to the east of Gath Hefer toward Eth Katzin, and went out to Ramon, which borders on Neah. And the border went around it on the north side of Hanathon, and it ended in the valley of Yiphthah-el. Also Katath, and Nahala, and Shimron, and Yadalah, and Baeth Lehem, 12 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the children of Zebulun for their clans, these cities with their villages. The fourth lot came out to Issachar for the children of Issachar for their clans, and their border was toward Yisrael, and Kesuleth, and Shunem, and Hapharaim, and Shion, and Anaharath, and Rabbith, and Kishion, and Abetz, and Rameth, and En-Ganim, and En-Hadah, and Baeth Patsetz. And the border reached to Tabor, and Shahat-Simah, and Baeth Shemesh, and their border ended in the Yarden, 16 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar for their clans, the cities and their villages. And the fifth lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher for their clans, and their border was Helkath, and Hali, and Buten, and Akshaph, and Alamelech, and Amad, and Mishal, and it reached to Mount Carmel westward, and to Brook Shihor Libnath, and turned toward the sunrise to Baeth Dagon, and reached to Zebulun, and to the valley of Yiphthah-el, then northward beyond Baeth Emek, and Neiel, and went out to Kabul, which was on the left, and Hebron, and Rehob, and Haman, and Cana, as far as Great Sidon. And the border turned to Ramah, and to the strong city Tsor. And the border turned to Hosa, and ended at the sea from the coast to Akzib. And Ummah, and Aphek, and Rehob were included, 22 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Asher for their clans, these cities with their villages. The sixth lot came out to the children of Naphtali, for the children of Naphtali for their clans. And their border was from Heleph, from the terebinth tree to Tzah-ananim, and Adami, Nekeb, and Yabneel, as far as Lakam, and it ended at the Yarden. And the border turned westward to Aznoth Tabor, and went out from there toward Hakak, and reached to Zebulun on the south side, and Asher on the west side, and ended at Yehudah by the Yarden toward the sunrise. And the cities of defense were Tzidim, Tsur, and Hamath, Rakath, and Kinnereth. and Adamah, and Ramah, and Hatzor, and Kadesh, and Edrei, and Hen Hatzor, and Yiron, and Migdal, and Horem, and Baeth Anath, and Baeth Shemesh, 19 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Naphtali for their clans, the cities with their villages. The seventh lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan for their clans. And the border of their inheritance was Soar, and Eshtaol, and Ir-Shemesh, and Sha'alabin, and Aelon, and Yithla, and Elon, and Timnathah, and Ekron, and Eltekeh, and Gibbethon, and Baalath, and Yehud, and Beni Barak, and Gath Rimmon, and May Yarkon, and Rekon, with the border before Yapho. And the border of the children of Dan went out from them. And the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem, and captured it. And they struck it with the edge of the sword, and possessed it, and dwelt in it, and called it Leshem Dan, after the name of Dan their father. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Dan for their clans, these cities with their villages. And when they had ended dividing the land as an inheritance according to their borders, the children of Israel gave an inheritance to Yehoshua son of Nun in their midst. According to the mouth of Yahweh, they gave him the city which he asked for, Timnath-Serah, in the mountains of Ephraim, and he built the city and dwelt in it. These were the inheritance which Eleazar the priest and Yehoshua son of Nun and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel divided as an inheritance by lot in Shiloh before Yahweh, at the door of the tent of appointment, and they ended dividing the country. Chapter 20. And Yahweh spoke to Yehoshua, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, Appoint for yourselves cities of refuge, of which I spoke to you through Moshe, for the manslayer who strikes any being mistakenly, unknowingly, to flee there, and they shall be your refuge from the Redeemer of blood. And he shall flee to one of those cities, and stand at the entrance of the gate of the city, and declare his case at the hearing of the elders of that city. And they shall take him into the city as one of them, and give him a place, and he shall dwell among them. And when the Redeemer of blood pursues him, they do not give the manslayer into his hand, because he struck his neighbor unknowingly, and did not hate him beforehand. And he shall dwell in that city until he stands before the congregation for right ruling, and until the death of the one who is the high priest in those days. Then let the manslayer return and come to his own city and his own house, to the city from which he fled. So they set apart Kadesh in Galil, in the mountains of Naphtali, and Shechem in the mountains of Ephraim, and Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, in the mountains of Yehudah. And beyond the Yarden by Jericho, eastward they appointed Betzer in the wilderness on the plain, from the tribe of Reuben, and Ramoth in Gilead, from the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan, from the tribe of Manasseh. These were the cities appointed for all the children of Israel, and for the sojourner who sojourns in their midst, for anyone striking any being unknowingly to flee there, and not die by the hand of the Redeemer of blood, until he stood before the congregation. Chapter 21. And the heads of the fathers of the Levites came near to Eleazar the priest, to Yehoshua son of Nun, and to the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel. And they spoke to them at Shiloh in the land of Canaan, saying, Yahweh commanded through Moshe to give us cities to dwell in, with their open land for our livestock. So the children of Israel gave to the Levites from their inheritance at the mouth of Yahweh these cities and their open land. And the lot came out for the clans of the Kehathites, and the children of Aaron the priest, who were of the Levites, had 13 cities by lot from the tribe of Yehudah, from the tribe of Shimon, and from the tribe of Benjamin. And the rest of the children of Kehath had 10 cities by lot from the clans of the tribe of Ephraim, from the tribe of Dan, and from the half-tribe of Manasseh. And the children of Gershon had 13 cities by lot from the clans of the tribe of Issachar, from the tribe of Asher, from the tribe of Naphtali, and from the half-tribe of Manasseh in Bashan. The children of Merari for their clans had 12 cities from the tribe of Reuben, and from the tribe of Gad, and from the tribe of Zebulun. Thus the children of Israel gave these cities with their open land by lot to the Levites, as Yahweh had commanded by the hand of Moshe. So from the tribe of the children of Yehudah, and from the tribe of the children of Shimon, they gave these cities which are mentioned by name. And they were for the children of Aaron, one of the clans of the Kehathites, who were of the children of Levi, for the lot was theirs first. And they gave them Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron. Arba was the father of Anak, in the mountains of Yehudah, and with the open land surrounding it. And the fields of the city and its villages they gave to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, as his possession. But to the children of Aaron the priest they gave Hebron with its open land, a city of refuge for the manslayer, and Libnah with its open land, and Yatir with its open land, and Eshtemoa with its open land, and Holon with its open land, and Debir with its open land, and Ain with its open land, and Utah with its open land, and Beth Shemesh with its open land, 9 cities from those 2 tribes. And from the tribe of Benjamin, Gibbon with its open land, Geba with its open land, Anathoth with its open land, and Almon with its open land, 4 cities. All the cities of the children of Aaron, the priests, were 13 cities with their open lands. And the clans of the children of Kehath, the Levites, the rest of the children of Kehath, even they had the cities of their lot from the tribe of Ephraim. And they gave them Shechem with its open land in the mountains of Ephraim as a city of refuge for the manslayer, and Gezer with its open land, and Kibsaim with its open land, and Beth Horon with its open land, 4 cities. And from the tribe of Dan, Eltekeh with its open land, Gibbethon with its open land, Aelon with its open land, and Gath-Rimmon with its open land, 4 cities. And from the half-tribe of Manasseh, Tanakh with its open land, and Gath-Rimmon with its open land, 2 cities. All the 10 cities with their open lands were for the rest of the clan of the children of Kehath. And to the children of Gershon, for the clans of the Levites, from their other half-tribe of Manasseh, they gave Golan in Bashan with its open land, as a city of refuge for the manslayer, and Beeshterah with its open land, 2 cities. And from the tribe of Issachar, Kishnion with its open land, Debereth with its open land, Yarmouth with its open land, and En-Ganim with its open land, 4 cities. And from the tribe of Asher, Mishal with its open land, Abdon with its open land, Helkath with its open land, and Rehob with its open land, 4 cities. And from the tribe of Naphtali, Kadesh in Galil with its open land, as a city of refuge for the manslayer, and Hamath Dor with its open land, and Kartan with its open land, 3 cities. All the cities of the Gershonites for their clans were 13 cities with their open land. And to the clans of the children of Merari, the rest of the Levites, from the tribe of Zebulun, Yokneam with its open land, Karta with its open land, Dimnah with its open land, Nahalol with its open land, 4 cities. And from the tribe of Reuben, Betzer with its open land, Yatash with its open land, Kedemoth with its open land, and Mephaath with its open land, 4 cities. And from the tribe of Gad, Ramoth and Gilad with its open land, as a city of refuge for the manslayer, and Mahanaim with its open land, Heshbon with its open land, Yazer with its open land, 4 cities in all. All the cities for the children of Merari for their clans. The rest of the clans of the Levites were by their lot 12 cities. All the cities of the Levites within the possession of the children of Israel were 48 cities with their open lands. Each of these cities had its open land surrounding it, so it was with all these cities. Thus Yahweh gave to Israel all the land of which he had sworn to give to their fathers, and they took possession of it and dwelt in it. And Yahweh gave them rest all around, according to all that he had sworn to their fathers, and not a man of all their enemies stood against them. Yahweh gave all their enemies into their hand. Not a word failed of any good word which Yahweh had spoken to the house of Israel. All came in. And then they had a rest, which I think I need a nap after trying to read all those. So I hope you are reading along, and join us again next Saturday. May the Father bless you. Shalom.